what's the workaround for something where you're screaming into the mirror, I love myself, and it doesn't feel right? Like that's not going to make you love yourself.
I think the key piece here is that it shouldn't feel dismissive, invalidating, or untrue for you.
Hmm.
So I was really shocked by the research on positive affirmations just because it's something that I have always been told to use as a therapist. When I started reading the data, I was like, wow, this really doesn't work for people with low self esteem.
Oh, that's
So
so fascinating.
yeah. So what
Yeah.
we find, or what they have found in the very few studies that exist on this, is that people with low self-esteem, when they say these things to themselves, it actually can bring up feelings of shame, like we talked about, of like, I know this isn't true. There's cognitive dissonance between like what I think is true about myself and what I'm saying to myself. And
Ah,
so they ultimately end up rejecting it, or almost looking for reasons to reject it, which puts you back in that negative spiral. So, what I've discovered just anecdotally through working with clients is that if you can make the affirmations more believable, more possible, and more dynamic, that
hmm.
makes them work better. So, instead of saying, I love myself, you would say, I am trying to love myself. I am
Mm,
working on loving myself. I would like to love myself, or even breaking it down in like, I show myself love by drinking water. I show myself love by going to
mm.
bed at night. I'm really trying to back up these affirmations with action, because the other thing I see a lot is like, I told myself I love myself 10 times today, but everything else I did was in direct conflict with that. I spoke
Right.
negatively to myself. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I didn't go outside. So that's not the actions of somebody that loves themselves. And that also creates a big gap between the affirmation and what you're actually doing.